Welcome back to another video. We're going to be making brake pipes and trying out the laser brake pipe. I got it off Amazon. It's £68. It's quite expensive, but it's got really good reviews on it. So it literally is, there's obviously the box it comes in. I've got obviously all the other bits on the workbench. So what we have to do is obviously we straighten that up. Now we're going to be bending the, oops, sorry, if that focused, the DIN, so obviously that bit will go into there. Now we have to get this bit here, which is the stopper, that goes into there, so we tighten these up like so. You put that all the way in, then just loosen them up a little bit so we can squeeze the copper pipe in. Basically this is setting up the depth for us so that we get a perfect bit. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but you might just be able to see the copper pipe inside that little gap there. So, right, you need a 10mm spanner to do them up, like so. Obviously these have to be up tight, not excessively tight, just enough. And obviously we undo that, perfect. Then, now I put this tool in this end here, because obviously we're doing this one here, so we put that into there like so, so it'll look like that. Then get the special punch grease, and basically you need to put it on the threads and on the end here. So that's what I do, onto there. I get a little bit onto my finger, put the lid back on. Just basically it preserves the life of the tool and it makes it all easier to do. Right, so now we're going to put this into here, so we just tighten that up, and obviously it would then start going into, you can just see it through there. So we get a spanner, which is a 17mm spanner, and we just literally tighten it so it sits flush. Do it gradually. You could probably do it with a ratchet, but I prefer to do it with a spanner. Keep going. I mean, in this tool you can actually do this on place of the car. Right, so as you can see it's flush, so we just undo it, take the die out, because that's basically what it is a die. See, always put it back in your box. Undo that side and undo these. Now you have to take these completely out, so just go like so. Now I'm not an expert at doing brake pipes, but obviously I'm doing a project and I've took the whole rear subframe off at full focus, and while I was there it was best to renew the brake pipes. And obviously I'll show you what the inside of the tool looks like. So all that then goes back onto there, put your bolt back in there, and back in there. Hopefully you can actually see what I'm doing. Now just get a little cloth, and clean that up, and as you can see that has formed the perfect flare. Then as you put that onto there, now look at that, that is perfect. There's nothing that will make a very nice flare. So what we'll do is I'll show you the other steps. It's slightly different because obviously you have to use this die twice. This side first, and you flip it over to that side. Excuse me. Right, so it's basically the same principle again. Just tighten these all down. Right, so we get this die again, and because we're doing an SAE one, we put this into here. No, we don't, sorry. We put it into there. Then we get the copper pipe and we push it. Obviously the end is all nice. We push it all the way up to there. 10mm. Put it on. Just tighten them up like so. Same again, take the tool out, the stopper, put it back in your box, handle into there. Alright, grease punch, right, because obviously we're doing the double flare, which is that style, where it's the mushroom, then it pipes in at the top. We need to do this one first, so it's the same again, bit of grease onto the tool, like so, a little bit on the threads, like that, and we get that, put that into there, so it starts biting, which it has now. Alright, spanner again, which is 17mm on this one as well. We just tighten it down, tightening it. Right, and as you can see, it's flush on there. And we undo this, take it all the way out, then turn it round, bit of grease on there, obviously I've still got some grease on the threads. Put this back in, so we've turned this right the way over, and as you can see it's now made contact. Just put the lid back on that grease, and we tighten this, hopefully you can see this. And there again, it's sitting flush. Then open that, take that die out, put it back in, take the handle off, so obviously we're finished now. Then undo these. I mean, you could go to a garage and get this done, but I don't know how much they charge, but it's a handy tool because every car has copper brake lines, so it is well worth purchasing it. And I'm not sponsored, I just literally went through and there you go, there's the single flare, which if I can get my pipe cutter I shall cut this down the middle, and we can see what it looks like. Obviously this is an old piece of pipe, so I'm just doing, it's not an old piece, it's a cut. Right, there you go, it's cut. So we've got, let's just straighten that up. There's the single, and there's the double, and obviously as you can see, marries up perfectly. So now, that one obviously sits inside there, then this one sits there. So that's your female, that's your male. And just tighten these down, and obviously I'm not going to do it tight, but that will give you the perfect copper joins, which will give you, I mean, look at that, that dome is nice, and so is that, and as you can see, they fit perfect inside each other. Once you tighten this down and tighten that down, that is perfect. So if you can, I mean, obviously if you can't afford that, you know, if you're doing a lot of cars, I mean, I'm always doing cars. See, I've got 2 project cars and my daily driver, so it's quite handy to have. And for the money, is by doing a copper pipes on one of the cars. I think if I had to pay someone to do it, then it would cost me a bit more than £70. So yeah, so there it is there in the box, and it's that one there, and obviously there's your part number if you want to look it up, and it is, I'd recommend it, well worth it. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, I've got some more projects coming. Obviously, as you can see, I've just there, the tailgate's ready to go. Sorry for the shaky cam, and I've obviously just brought the guide coat, the weld through primer and etch primer. So I'm starting to gather the bits up now, so we can really start going to town on this. But as I said, laser pipe flaring toolkit, it's available on Amazon. Part number, well worth the buy. But thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.